Welcome back, YouTube and Pure Structure Trading, for another weekly market recap of the trades that we've taken so far for the small account challenge that we have here. Again, we're going to be reviewing some of the trades on S&P 500, the micros that we've taken, and also on the micros gold. Again, we want to be transparent with the trades that we've taken so we can show you how to take a very small account and how to build it up consistently and how to find success in doing so. So again, if you guys do like these videos, please go ahead and smash that like button. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Again, any questions you guys got, feel free to pop them in here on YouTube. We would love to get back to you guys. But again, very important, if you guys don't watch the market analysis, go ahead and check those levels out. Very important to look at them before you look to trade. Those are awesome levels to look at, as it will give you an idea of how the market's going to move in a direction. But these market recaps that we have for trading, definitely good to give you guys a little bit of an insight of to what we're as to what we're looking for as we trade in these markets. So before we jump into some of the trades that we've taken on gold and also on S&P, I want to give you guys a little bit breakdown as to how the market's been moving so far. And we're going to start with S&P 500. S&P 500, you can see, has been strongly bullish. Now we have had some pullbacks within this bullish trend, but not significant ones. You can see we've hit our measured move right around these 98s, and we're rejecting off that level right now. But again, strongly bullish. Been some good opportunities for longs there. And so with that, we want to show you some of the trades that we've been taking here on S&P 500. Let's go ahead and move over the chart here for the micros S&P 500 that we've been taking. So some of the trades, we're going to start with the first trade that we took. 42.7150, little bit of a higher trade, saw an opportunity for a couple bounces, but didn't really feel too comfortable in there. Took it off a little bit early. You can see we took a little bit of a loss there. Right around 42.7050 is where we actually exited for a 1-point loss. Next trade that we took was here on the 29th. Didn't take too much trades on S&P, but you'll see some of the trades that we did take. 42.90 was another area that we took a trade long. Again, a little bit too high. You can see it actually came back on us. Took a little bit more of a stop than I wanted to. 42.84 was the move back down, and you can see we bounced from that level again, but we came down a little bit further. But I wanted to try this opportunity. We really didn't get it. Was looking for the market to climb up a little bit higher, but it didn't. Tried one lot, but didn't get the opportunity we wanted, so we took a little bit of a bigger stop there. As we move over, we had a couple of trades here, a couple lots. We took 3 lots here, 42.8150, but again, the market moved against us a little bit. Wasn't really feeling too comfortable in that area, and you can see we took it off 42.81 even, which I think we lost a couple ticks off of that. Then took another couple longs there right around 42.83, 42.8350, 42.85. Got the 2 for some profit, 42.83 and 42.8350 for the long opportunities into 42.84. 0.25 for 2, and then we took a little bit of, I think we took 3 ticks of a stop here, as we took a long too high here at 42.85, and we got stopped out 42.84.25 for about 3 tick stop. Should have placed my trade here. I was eyeballing this area 78, but didn't take the entry area there on the micros here. Took it a little bit higher, and because of that, didn't really feel too comfortable. Should have held that 42.81 a little bit longer, as it popped up a little bit higher, that 42.8150, as we were continuing to climb. This was actually a very good trade right off this level, as we got that double bottom opportunity. But again, you can see some of the entries are a little bit higher, which we got taken out, and then some of the entries just not too comfortable in the trade as we went through it. But it worked out as a really nice trade, but it's okay. That was it for trading on S&P here. So again, we took a little bit more losses here than we did wins on S&P 500, which is okay. It's going to happen like that. But let's move over into gold here to show you guys what's been happening on gold as well. So for gold, again, we've been moving down, but we're starting to try to pull back up. You can see we had a nice downward movement, and then we started to pull back up, and we hit some resistance levels. 1774 as a level of resistance, came right back down to our support, 1766.2, and then popped back up. I do think that we may end up moving up a little bit higher We'll see if we can get past this level right here, right around these 78s. If not, we may come right back down. But if we do, next level up 1783.2. But we should still be bullish as long as we hold above these 74s. Even if we get back down to 1766.2, we may still end up going bullish again if we hold that support there. But let's take a look at some of the trades that we've taken so far on gold for this midweek. All right, so we did have a long opportunity here on gold. Nice little bit of a double bottom here in this micro movement. We went from 1783.6 and then we pulled it off 1784. We got a couple ticks, but the market wasn't moving as high and as quick as I wanted it to push to the upside. So we took our profit there, and you can see the market actually dropped off from there. So it was a good idea to take those profits. Next long opportunity, 1779.4. I'm going to zoom into this for a little bit for you guys, so you guys just see this trade opportunities that we were having. 1779.4. You can see kind of our idea on this. This is actually a very good trade. Nice bounce here, 1 2. Should have held it longer, but exited too early on this trade. You can see how far it actually went up. 1779.4 went up to 1779.7, and I took it off. Could have actually got that all the way back up to 1783. Next shorts were a little bit lower. You can see what took place here. 1780.7, and we got it into 1780.3, which again we took some profit, but again this is a pretty low. We're coming right back into support. Should have recognized it as actual support versus resistance. Resistance should have been up here right around these 83s and then shorted it, but you can see we took a short there. We got a little bit of some profit and we took it off again. That was definitely recognized as a lower short. We did take another short opportunity, 1782.6, got it into 1782.1, which is not bad. It's actually not a bad trade, as we see 1783.2 as our level of resistance. So a good trade idea. I just didn't hold it as long as I potentially could have. You can see how long it actually went down, but it came back up. I missed this next short opportunity off that level, and just kind of let it go and flush to the downside without me, which is not so bad. But moving over, we did have another long opportunity, 1774.2. We can see our support here. We got it up to 1775.1. And then we had 1775.6, which is a little bit higher. And this came back on us into 1775.1. Took us out for about 5 ticks. On the way back down before it shot back up, which happens sometimes. This was our support, 1 bounce, 2 bounces, nice opportunity for the push higher, but just didn't get this market to go when we were still in it. So it's okay. Really wanted that run to go longer, but it didn't really happen for us, so it's okay. It happened to just stop us out. That was on the 28th. Let's take a look at the 29th, see if we traded any more beyond this, and I believe we did. Let's take a look. We had one here, which was a short here at 1752.8. We got stopped out though. It moved right back against us, 1754.7. So we took a couple ticks of a loss on that one there, which is not a bad idea, ideally, but again, it just didn't want to work out. Wanted to try to short this and make it a little bit further down, but it didn't. A little bit of a lower short too, as we got it right at the low. So keep that in mind as we continue to trade this week. That trade itself wasn't working itself out. It's okay, it happens. But let's see if we traded any more on gold here. Did get another short opportunity here, 1757.3, but again, this ticked us out as it moved up against us. 1760 was the exit for that position. Wanted to see if we could hold it below this level and take it down, but it didn't happen. So it took a little bit of a bigger stop there. We got a long opportunity, 1762.8. Went into 1763.2. You can see that should have been held a little bit longer, but we got a nice opportunity, nice bounce, double bottom there for a push higher. And then the market came into resistance, 1765.4. We got it off at 1765 even. And then in 1765.5, we got it off at 1764.9 as it went down a little bit further. But you can see the market actually drove itself back up from that level. So it was good we actually took profit at those areas as we were trying to move the trades against the momentum and against the bullishness that was happening. Probably should have took a long, but you can see we missed the long opportunities off the bounces here. If we remove this, show order fills off, you can see those couple bounces we had, 1, 2, 3. By the time this fourth bounce came, missed that entry opportunity, and the market kind of went without me. Saw it coming to some resistance, wanted to try to do that. Worked out okay, but should have still been long or bullish on that. So it's okay. Actually had a little bit more losses than I wanted so far for this week. But let's take a look at what we have so far in this midweek as we pull up our journal. So pulling this up, you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses so far, and we have quite a bit of wins also. But you can see right now, as we sit with commission costs and everything, we have minus $36.22, which is not so bad. But again, in midweek, we're gonna look to try to turn that around towards the end of this week and try to make it a green week. Again, if you can keep yourself consistent, if you can keep your discipline, if you can make sure you're not over trading within the day, you're going to actually see how this turns around. Even if you have a red midweek, you can actually turn it into a green week as long as you don't overdo this. And this is where it comes into, for those traders that have been doing this for a long period of time, if you can learn to discipline yourself and keep that patience and not allow your emotions to get the best of you, but allow yourself to trade consistently, look for consistent patterns and consistent strategies, you may end up having a couple red days. You may even have a red week, but you can turn it around the next week. You can actually have a midweek red week, and you can turn it around at the end of the week, and you'll see how we fared so far. So our win rate so far about 61%, loss rate 39%. You can see total number of trades put on so far between S&P and also gold been about 18. Total number of winning trades about 11. Total number of losing trades about 7. So still not so bad, but just been taking a little bit of bigger losers than winners, right? So average winning trade $7.86, average losing trade $14.79, largest winning trade $27.50, largest losing trade about $30. So again, we started this week starting balance 590.61. Again, wanted to get to those 620 mark. We did pass our first target of 520 from last week. We got up to a 590. Started the week out 590.61. You can see our closing position right now midweek, $36.22, which brings us to an account balance of about 554.39. So it's still profitable overall as we started our account somewhere around 320 bucks. I believe, or 300 something, and we're up still about 554.39. But what I do want to do now that I see my trades so far for the week, and I do review them every day, but now that I see my performance so far for the midweek, what I want to try to do is analyze what can I do better as we progress throughout this week. As I perform my trades, what can I look for? How do I adjust myself as I'm trading not to maybe take too much of a loss there, even if it's on a micros account, right? Because we don't want to overdo this. So as we look at our performance, look at our trades, can we analyze, have we taken the trades consistently every time? And when I look at them, and we look back at some of the trades that we've taken, hasn't necessarily been all too consistent when we're taking longs and shorts. Haven't looked for too much double bottoms, too much double tops here on these micros accounts. So that's something I want to do and look to perform a little bit better as we trade throughout the next couple days for this week. I want to try to perform better double bottoms, better double tops. I want to try to attack those as we structure ourselves out and try to make it from negative $36 to positive 36 or more as we trade throughout the rest of this week. So again, still not so bad. You can see 61.54% on strategy. The strategy is long, and the short strategy is about 60%. So again, a little bit lower than what we've been averaging the last 2 weeks. But again, this is how we're going to try to perform a little bit better. Is we're going to look out for our specific strategies that have been working, and we're going to try to perform that a little bit better each and every day as we approach these markets. And you're going to see as we come into next week, I believe we can actually turn this around and make it a green week this week and then come into the next week green again. So we're going to try to not get bogged down by our performance so far for this week. Again, you can see it's not that big of a loss, but again, you have a smaller account, so you want to keep in mind even like $50 to $100 loss is still kind of bigger. It's more impactful on a smaller account, right? So we want to be transparent with this. If we're going to trade a smaller account, we want to keep our losses small. We don't want to try to overdo it. We want to make sure that we keep our emotions at bay. We don't want to overdo that as well. If we have a limit of 3 trades per day, if we take in 2 losses or 3 losses for the day, call it a day, walk away, look to perform better the next day, right? And you can see we haven't really taken too much trades so far for this week. We have applied a little bit more contracts onto each trade as we were trying to get a little bit more, but we haven't applied ourselves over 3 trades per day, right? We've taken on average maybe about 2 to 3 trades, and some days only 1 trade. So we're keeping that discipline within our trading, trying to keep that consistency there, trying to not let our emotions try to get the best of us as we trade. Important to take away, guys, is that you can actually do this consistently, even with a small account, as long as you make sure that you don't overdo it with your emotions. You don't allow those things to take over, because the moment you allow your emotions to take over, you allow yourself to trade, overtrade, you allow yourself to break the rules, that's when you're going to start to see things that really impact the account negatively. And when your account drops like that, your confidence drops, right? And you don't want that to happen. To build your confidence in trading, you want to make sure that you're applying yourself consistently every day. Even if you're taking the losses, look back at your trades and look, have I applied myself with the strategy the way I wanted to, the way I was supposed to? And if I did and it turned out to be a losing trade, hey, it's okay. It happens. You can't change the way the market's going to move. You can only change the way you perform or the way you react to the market as it comes against you or as it goes with you, right? Or as you're in that trade. So keep that in mind. But that wraps it up pretty much for this week so far. Midweek, we are down $36.22. Again, not so bad. 61% win rate, 39% losing rate. But we will turn it around towards the end of this week, and we will show you guys next week where we come into the market midweek and where we're at again. But again, if you guys did like these videos, please go ahead and smash that like button. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Any questions you guys got, feel free to pop them in here on YouTube. Again, if you're looking to find consistency, if you're looking to find success in trading, if you're struggling with discipline, if you're struggling with emotions on the inside, psychology and this stuff, again, feel free to pop into Pure Structure Trading. Look to become a member. Look to take some coaching courses or sessions with us. We would love to have you guys be part of it. Again, psychology is a huge part of trading, and again, disciplining yourself and keeping your emotions at bay is a huge part of trading as well. So if you're ever struggling in those areas, again, feel free to ask us questions needed. Again, if you're looking to find that consistency, we're open to having you guys as members as well. Other than that, guys, if you guys continue to trade for the rest of the week or even tonight in the evening during the London session, make sure you guys trade well. You guys take care. Have a great night. Bye.